Hello, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is your reading for the month of May. How is everyone? We're going straight into it with Gemini. We're starting off with the Moonology deck, the Moon Witch deck, our Tarot, and our Angel Dreams deck to finish it off. So how is everyone? It's a little warm and balmy here in New Jersey, but all is good. Rather have the warm sunshine, right? So how is everyone? So May, a lot is happening. We have Pluto going retrograde in Aries, but that's a good thing. We have Mars on fire in Leo. We have Venus going back in to Pisces. So we have a lot happening. We have a lot of energies happening, but a lot of space is starting to open up for us to move forward into wherever it is we're going. And get this, you get to choose your journey, right? You get to choose your adventure. So let's start off with the Moonology deck for our Gemini friends and see where this is taking you. New Moon in Scorpio. Go deeper. Let's see what this says. Let's unpack this. Because sometimes our air signs don't like to go too deep. But let's go into this and see New Moon in Scorpio. This is for Gemini. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and for your Venus placements. So if you're not quite sure what that is, you can go online to astro.com or astrology.com, or you can type in a Google search engine, what is my Sun, Moon, and Rising, and it will give you your chart. So go deeper. This is for our Gemini friends. You're regaining control of a situation that cut deep. You've moved through your fears and now can see where this issue has come from. Now isn't the time to gloss over the facts. Rather, it's time for you to face your darkest concerns and go deeper. So a little bit of shadow work for you happening here. Your intuition may need to crumble before it can be renewed. Or your situation, rather, may need to crumble, not intuition. My goodness. Let me start this again. Your situation may need to crumble before it can be renewed. Magic is called for. It's crucial to stay strong now. Sexually, it's time to reach for true communion with your partner. Financially, this is a blessed time to work with someone on a joint venture. It's time to release a grudge. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to sex, money, or an obsession you've been grappling with. Know that you're magic. Clear out negativity to supercharge your manifesting powers. Very deep and big card to start off for our air signs, especially for our Gemini friends. So regaining control of a situation. Letting something... we'll see if the Tower comes up. We're going to pull from the Moon Witch deck. We'll see if the Tower comes up in your reading. But sometimes, right, we have to start with a whole new foundation. We have to let things fall apart enough to let go of the things that are not working for us. And people, as humans, we don't like to, right? We resist change. But here's the thing. When you keep hitting roadblocks or the same situation keeps coming back up, that's the universe telling you what you're doing isn't working. It's not the right path for you. You need to change something. So you get to choose, right? You get to choose. And if you want to continue, then you can continue, or you can make a definite change. Here we go. Full moon. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. Harvest the fruits of your hard work. And it's got the intuitive eye, the third eye, right above here. So leaning into your intuition and trusting that even if it conflicts with a situation that is happening right now for you, Gemini. And that's kind of hard. Our air signs are associated with the swords in the tarot. They're the more logical ones, right? They like to move forward with facts. And intuition can feel a little bit like a fantasy. But here's the thing. Your intuition is always right. Your thoughts are not. So if this is true intuition, it comes out of nowhere. It's not something you've been thinking about. It will just come out of nowhere. And it might take you by surprise. And if it conflicts with something you're doing, instead of dismissing it or getting frustrated, maybe you write down what the intuition was and what's happening in your life, and see where the conflict is and where you can find a path of equality and balance. Because we have the Nine of Cups, right? So that's the first card that popped out. It's face up. So that's kind of, they literally are jumping out of a chest of gold. Like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right? Like taking a leap of faith. So for some of you, this could be an emotional leap of faith. Trusting that a situation is safe for your heart or your intuition, because cups is associated with love, compassion. We have one card face down. We have Nine of Swords face up. Love, compassion, intuition, deeper insight, Tower. Okay, and I said I wonder if the Tower was going to fall out today. And here it is. So let's not get too upset here. Let's see. Tower comes right after the Nine of Swords. So instead of thinking that, we'll see what the rest of the cards say. But this might be a breakthrough point for some of you. You might be ready to say, okay, this is it. Like, I'm ready to take a look at the situation for as it truly is and not what I'm trying to create it to be. Because we all do that, right? All of us, myself too. We always want to make something be what we want it to be, but if it's not, then it's time to change. Okay. 4 cards face down, 3 cards face up. On the bottom, Knight of Cups. That could be a romantic partner. And the Lovers, which is the Gemini card. Right? Each zodiac sign has a card in the tarot associated with them. It has the suit and a card. So this is your card, Gemini. So this could actually be a relationship situation and Queen of Cups. So let's dig into this. Here you have the Nine of Cups. And you see that the whole card is gold. Gold in the yoga world is your third chakra. This is your solar plexus. This is how you see yourself, how you identify yourself. This is your strength and also your weaknesses, right? If someone has a very overly inflated third chakra, they have a huge ego. They can be somewhat narcissistic, but not necessarily. But they have a huge ego. They have a very high value on themselves. And if our third chakra is out of balance or stuck or even not moving, then we're sitting in a place of fear and self-doubt and lack of self-worth. But this is like illuminating like your third chakra. And this is around the heart too. But like the whole thing is lit up. So leaning into all the abundance that's out there for you, right? This is about wish fulfillment and dreams coming true. Card face down. Okay, you have the King of Cups here. You have the Queen of Cups here. You have the Nine of Swords and the Tower. So let's go into these. Tower is a major arcana. The Lovers is a major arcana, and we'll see what else you have coming up. So, King of Cups, learning to take control of your emotions, not letting them get the best of you. But when they come up, this is part of the thing. What are they trying to teach you about? If you're highly sensitive as an empath, now I myself can fall into this category, and my emotions can really kind of get in the way. But you're coming to a place where you're learning to master your emotions. You're learning to control them, not to subdue them, because pressing them down is not helpful. But you're leaning into, what are they trying to teach you? Where is this emotion coming from? Right? Asking you to go deeper. Where is this coming from? Where is this fear or doubt or whatever it is? Where is this point of origin? That's where you're going to be going. You're going a little deeper. Again, I said there may be some shadow work, but a lot of people are coming up with shadow work. Some are a lot deeper than others, and it doesn't matter, right? I did a deep dive for a year and a half in shadow work. I mean, I ripped everything apart, and it was not easy, and I did a lot of emotional falling apart. But that's what had to happen. I had to purge the stuff out of me in order to kind of come back to who I am. So mastering your emotions, right? Because here's the thing. For some of you, your emotions have been very overwhelming, to the point where you're saying these things in your mind. You have this mantra in your mind that's a negative mantra. That's something that's not true. And it's keeping you from actually even moving forward. But if you see in this card, there's a separation happening. In the traditional Rider-Waite, there's a person, they're sitting up on their bed, and the swords are, well, it's on the wall behind them, but it almost looks like they're piercing through the body, right? But you're learning to put separation between your emotions and the thoughts surrounding them, and the thoughts that are not true. You're having a breakthrough point, Gemini. You're starting to allow, for some of you, you're starting to allow the light to come in. Some of you have been in a very dark place. Whether it's stress, tension, anxiety, uncertainty, that's starting to fall away. You're starting to allow a breakthrough. You're letting a little bit of light shine in. 3 cards face down. King of Swords, 8 of Swords, Temperance, Sagittarius. You're gaining clarity. 2 kings and a queen, and a knight. You have a lot of archetypes, a lot of the royal court archetypes here to guide you through this. You're starting to gain clarity. Again, you're letting the light in. You're gaining clarity. The sun is literally somewhat over his shoulder, right? You're gaining clarity in your situation. You're no longer being held a prisoner to your thoughts. Now you can see there's 2 people here. There's one person. It's how she is and how she sees herself. She sees herself restricted with no options, kind of a prisoner of her own thoughts. But in reality, she is free. There's nothing holding her back. Her arms are up or around, or behind her, wherever her arms are at. She's looking up. Her eyes are wide open here. They're closed here. You're making a choice to shift out of this, letting some light in, and to see things for as they actually are. This is a fantasy. This is not the reality. This is what you've been telling yourself, for some of us. But this is not the reality. You're letting the light in. Then you're finding, and you invite your Saggy friends over. And we go, because we are the balance to you, right? We go, okay. Let's find some calmness here. And you see, like, there's an archangel right behind the figure. And he's got a ball. He's got balance right here. 2 balls in his hands. And there's energy flowing from one to the other. It's balance. And he's starting to alchemize or create the life that he wants, because he knows it's within his control. And you're finally starting to learn that, Gemini. Now, some of you have already been past this point, and you're going to a higher evolution of this. But some of us have been very rooted and grounded. And we're finally starting to see that, wait a minute, I can take control of my life. Like, why didn't I see that? Because we've been caught off in here. And we've been caught up in the illusion. This is an illusion. A self-created illusion, but still an illusion. Once you start to let things crack around you, and that's hard because you feel like you're losing security, but you're gaining control over your life and your emotions. You're seeing things a lot more clearly. You're seeing that what you believed in is not true. And you're learning to alchemize or create the life that you want. And then you have the Knight of Cups. You're starting to find passion. Passion for yourself, loving yourself, how to love yourself without judgment, without needing anybody else's permission to do it. And you have the Lovers and the Queen of Cups. You have a lot of emotional cards here, a lot of love. This can be a relationship with somebody else. For a lot of you, I'm getting the feeling you're cultivating your relationship with yourself. You're cultivating self-love. And it's okay. Buy yourself some flowers. Create a little, romantic picnic for yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Balance. Okay. Right? Male and female, masculine and feminine, balance, alchemizing what you want, creating the life that you want. Be your own queen. Queens and kings are self-made. Queen of Cups, she has mastered her emotions and she's leaning in to her intuition and she's letting the intuition guide her. She's trusting in that intuition and not fighting against it. Thinking that her thoughts are no better than her intuition, and they don't. The intuition knows all. The thoughts are man-made or human-made. The intuition is from source and divine. Okay, Gemini, let's pull your card from the angel dreams. Hopefully this is making some sense. So some of you may be going, oh no, what? And some of you may be going, okay, this is making sense to me. But if you have any questions, just pop it in the comments. I'll take a look at it and see if you want to set up a curiosity call and see if you need a reading or if maybe you don't need a reading, right? Maybe you just need 5 minutes with somebody to sit with you, right? So let's pull out your last card for our Gemini friends. And let's bring this whole thing together because Gemini, you're going deep. And again, you're an air sign. You like to be up in the ethers. Going deep into your emotions is really hard for you, but it's necessary because it's part of who you are. Right? We can't escape our emotions, but we can learn to play nicely with them and invite them in. Oh, okay. This came out for Sagittarius. Sagittarius? This came out, yeah, Sagittarius last time. Psychic abilities, behavior patterns. So let's see. And it says, Amethyst comes to you today to remind you to practice and hone your psychic abilities. Okay, this is your intuitive self. And when you do that, just look at the light around her, right? Like she's open to receiving. She's not, where's the card at? She's not hiding away, right? She's done with that. She's saying, okay, like I trust in something beyond myself. Amethyst is a symbol of protection, divine communication, the ethereal, the third eye, the crown chakra, and purification. This card is also showing up today to help you identify damaging beliefs, behaviors, and habits that block your development. Again, this is going deeper. This is getting into that shadow. This is letting the light in and releasing, letting things crack open a little bit. Let's see, behaviors and habits that block your development. Identify and release these behaviors so you can move forward. Check in to feel if your emotions or attitudes are impeding your progress. And you can work with archangels Raziel, Jeremiah, Uriel, and Ariel. I've worked with Uriel when I first started my yoga journey. Okay, so I'm going to clarify that. I did not work with Uriel. Well, Uriel came to me. I did not call upon Uriel. Uriel just came to me and said, okay, we need to talk here. We need to have a relationship because you're going somewhere that you're not prepared to go. So I'm going to guide you. So I'm just saying. Work with amethyst to balance and align your physical and spiritual selves, your awake time and sleep time, and your energetic bodies. Okay, and this is, so if you want to take this into your physical and ethereal self, this would be the ethereal self, this would be the physical plane. It's all about balance, bringing things together, trusting that you don't have all the answers, that you don't know everything, and neither do I. As people, we don't. In the human form, our human self, mind, and brain don't know everything. Our soul does. The problem, or the thing that happens is, the world gets in the way, and then we forget who we are. So we have to kind of make space and grow back into our trust. There you go, Gemini. Be the radiant, beautiful Queen of Cups that you are. King of Cups. And who is our other king? We have another king. Knight of Cups. King of Swords. Get clarity. It's coming. So you can invite it in. Invite it to tea. Sit down and have a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, whatever your beverage of choice is. And invite these emotions to the table. They're part of you. So see what they have to say. Hope that has been helpful to my Gemini friends. Again, questions, comments. You like this, you don't like this. It is what it is, right? Take a deep breath. Let it go. Let's put everything back in and we will go to our Libra friends. Our scales, our balancers. They keep us all not necessarily aligned, but they keep us in harmony. So the Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus placement. This is for you for the month of May. How are our Libra friends doing? How are you doing with all these energies? A lot of fiery energy happening, which our air signs tend to like because they can fan the flames. They can also blow the flames out. Depending, right? Depending on how they want to blow the wind, because they are the wind, they can control it. So this is for our Libra friends, Sun, again, Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus placement, because Venus is your sign, Libra. So let's see what the Moonology deck holds for our Libra friends. And you have New Moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. I had to take a second look because it looked like the first card we pulled. Trust all will be well. New Moon in Virgo. So this is the new moon just before our Libra new moon. So let's see. Sometimes we want everything to happen yesterday, but divine timing is a real thing. Sometimes we need more pieces of a jigsaw puzzle to fall into place before we can get what we want. Slowing down now is the key for you to get what you want. So take your time and allow events to unfold. See what you can do for others as a really quick and easy way both to distract yourself and to boost your good karma while you wait for your dreams to manifest. So this is a little bit about patience here. There's a reason why you pulled this card, so make sure you pay attention. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to job or health. So there we go. So go out of your way to help someone, but Libras are very generally helpful anyway. Be realistic. Don't overthink things. And so don't overthink things, which as an air sign, You can overthink things, although that's not one of the things I think you fall into. So, let's see what else the Moon deck, the Moon Witch deck holds for. So trust all will be well. A little bit of patience, but I think that comes easy, fairly easy for our Libra friends, because you're the scales of balance, right? Balance of justice. So like you understand the need for patience. Okay, let's pop right out. Lilith, reclaim your power. Interesting. Interesting. That's the first time a card has popped out of that deck. So, Libra, you have some energy coming in here. Let's see what these cards hold for you on the tarot, and we'll pull out your cards. Olive came in. She's laying on the floor, taking a little nap. This is normally their nap time, the cats. I have two. And whenever I'm in here, at least one wants to come in. Okay, so Libra. Trust all will be well. Finding balance and patience and taking back your power. That's very interesting, because Libras are pretty good at maintaining equilibrium. But let's see what the tarot holds for you. So, first card out, Temperance. We just have Seven of Wands, King of Cups, Seven of Cups. King of Wands. Okay. We'll see what else comes out here. So Temperance, that just came out for, again, for Gemini. So that is as balance. Alchemizing. And again, you know, trusting all will be well. And this is right in alignment with our Libra friends. Seven of Wands. I wonder if some of you have been, and it says take back, reclaim your power. I wonder if some of you have been giving your energy away. Because Wands is a fire element, right? It's all energetic. So I wonder if some of you have been giving your energy away to something or someone else. I feel like this is around work. Maybe you've been working hard and long on a project. And it's time to, sorry. When a bunch of cards pop over, and then I put them back in. Maybe it's just time to take a step back, Libra, and give yourself some rest and allow the energies to support you. And I'll show you what I mean by the cards. The Hierophant. There we go. Let's see if a couple more cards want to come out. Because then you have the King of Wands, right? So you're kind of harnessing your energy in. Okay. That's all that's going to come out. So we have Death and Rebirth. Scorpio energy here. The Devil. Oh my goodness. Four of Swords. So, okay, Libra. You have some things happening here. All your cards are face up. So that means there's nothing hidden, right? Everything is just presenting itself to you. So it's going to be fairly easy for you to have patience and to bring your energy back in. So again, Temperance, right? We just had this for Gemini. Balance. Knowing that there's support behind you. But I really want to get to this Seven of Wands and the King of Wands. So in the traditional Rider-Waite, in the Seven of Wands, there's a gentleman, there's a row of plants behind him. And he's leaning on a rod, and he's got a bandage on his head, and he's exhausted, and he's tired, but he's still guarding the crops, so to speak. You know, he's got, like I said, he's got a bandage on his head. He looked very worn out. In this, I feel like you've been giving your energy. So I don't know if there's somebody in your life that is just draining you of energy, like a friend that just is needing a lot of attention from you, and they're constantly calling you and you're always saying yes and staying, instead of saying I can't, you know, this isn't a good time for me. But here's the thing, she's sitting on this one. She's in her bubble. She's got her hands, we call this namaste, prayer hands in yoga. And she's, instead of giving her energy away, like she's starting to claim her energy back. She's starting to go within herself. She's allowing the energy to lift her up, because we have the king. Okay. If I can, oh my goodness. What is the matter with me? The King of Wands. He's reclaiming his power. He, in his strength, right? Reclaim your power, right? He's holding his strength. He knows he has guidance behind him. He is strong, and he knows when to give it away and when he needs to hold it back. There's a little bit of a higher awareness coming for some of you, because you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the masculine balance or energy or partner to the High Priestess. That's the feminine direct source to your subconscious awareness, your intuition. And the Hierophant is the male energy towards that. Now, although, I don't know. I mean, he looks like he's laughing or he's in agony. I'm not quite sure what this is. But he's, like, the staircase is right there. When you're ready to reclaim your power and your strength, like, all you have to do, it's right there. You just have to turn around and start walking upwards. And it could be just lightening the energy around you, right? Letting the energy support you instead of giving it away. You have the Seven of Cups. Along with death and rebirth and the devil. So for some of you, I'm kind of feeling that there has been, I don't know if I don't want to use the word deception, but that's what's coming up. Someone has either presented themselves like as a friend, but it wasn't really true, or there's been someone that is misleading you, or even they're being deceptive or not being honest with you. And it's exhausting you. Like, you have the Four of Swords. Like, you're tired. You're tired. So take a step back. To reclaim your strength and your power, you have to take a step back. You have to rest. You have to let the energy support you, right? Or maybe this temperance is about, like, you've been balancing way too much, way too long. I really think for some of you, there's someone who's not been forthright or honest, or it could be a person or a situation. And that's coming to the awareness. Because the top of the staircase is illuminated. To get some rest, though. Take a moment, step back from everything or everyone that is not true and authentic for you, Libra. Yeah. Everything's going to be fine. It's going to take a little while, though. I feel like it's going to take a couple months for Libras to come back to their normal selves. To come back to being able to trust. Some of you have maybe been through a really tough heartbreak. Whether it is the loss of a relationship, maybe someone has passed away, maybe the memories of that are coming up. You have death and rebirth. So again, the sun is shining right through there. The sun is illuminating at the top of the staircase. Right, the sun is illuminating at the crown of the angel. And you have astral travel. You're paying attention to your dreams. Vital force, information, dream time, soul travel. So maybe some of you are... we all astral travel every night. We say we don't, but we do. Everyone does. So maybe you're missing someone on the other side, and your soul keeps going back to them, visiting them on the other side. Whether you, and because they always help us on the other side when we astral travel. Whether you remember the dreams or not isn't the case. I just want to point out the Hierophant, or higher self, or higher ascension into consciousness, and death and rebirth, right? Just look at the colors in here. It's exactly the same. When we go through a major transformation, there's always a reason for it. There's always a light coming in to guide us. Pay attention to your dreams, though, Libra. Some of you are traveling outside of your... Well, we all are. Some of you are traveling to see your loved ones on the other side. Let me see. This card is telling you that it is time to expand your horizons. Perhaps you need to travel to experience a foreign culture or learn a new subject. Possibly you need to widen your circle of friends. This card also lets you know that you're receiving vital information for your well-being. Astral or soul traveling, an out-of-body experience in which your astral body, which is your soul, travels to another place or dimension, occurs when you are between the asleep and the awake states of being. Your astral body or dream body is filled with sparkles like 1,000 tiny stars and universes. It is time to feel your greater self, or your greater sense of purpose, and focus on the bigger picture. This is your greater sense of purpose. Being guided. Your astral body needs to charge. Go outside, stand beneath the stars and the beautiful moon, allowing yourself to absorb this cosmic energy. You need a break or a vacation. Good, right? Four of Swords. If you cannot travel right now, choose a place you would like to visit and pick up some books to study about the location and culture. You've been gaining knowledge through out-of-body experiences. Call in protection and release your fears about astral travel. A positive change is coming, right? Again, death and rebirth. So you guys are going through some very big changes, Libra. So, and when change starts to come in, like our bodies get tired, not because we're tired, but because our soul gets tired, especially if you're doing a lot of astral traveling. And again, you probably don't even know that you are, and that's fine. You don't need to know. You don't need to feel it, because then if you try to concentrate on too much, you could stop the progression of it, and it's probably something your soul needs to do. So if you're feeling tired, you could be astral traveling a lot, but that could be your soul is tired as well. So take some time. Take a step back. We're not rushing into anything. We're just going to let things unwind as they will. And I think you're going to be really surprised at how this comes out. I think this is going to take a couple months, though. So we will check. Obviously, we'll do this again in June. But I'm thinking July, August is when you're going to start to really reap what's happening for you now. Okay, Libra? So go have a great May, Libra. And let's go into our Aquarius friends. How is Aquarius? The last of the air signs, which I'm sure I've talked about this before. A lot of people feel like Aquarius is a water sign because the god is pouring the pitcher of water. She's an air sign. So, yes, a lot of people think that it's a water sign. But Aquarius is our air sign. So let's see what May holds for our Aquarian friends. I love Aquarians. They're so smart. All of our air signs are smart. But Aquarians are just, they're very smart. They're very intelligent, but they also have a little more of a free spirit in them. Like a bit of a whimsy, kind of a little more adventurous side to them. So, yeah. So let's see what the Moonology deck holds for our Aquarian friends in this month of May. Again, this is your Aquarius, your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising, and your Venus placement. Aquarius, you have first quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. So let's see what this is all about. First quarter moon in Leo. Be humble. And it says, tension is in the air. You know that you can achieve your goals, which is half the battle. But this card suggests you need to be less show and more substance as you move slowly towards your goals. Those air signs, they can want to run a little quick because air has no boundaries whatsoever. Do not try to impress anyone with money. Avoid allowing your ego to overwhelm you. Don't opt for something merely because you think it will impress others. Practice grounding. In a financial situation, slow your spending. In love, if you're being stubborn or possessive, now is the time to stop. This card holds a lot of power. You just need to challenge the heated energies in a wise way. Identify and clear any blocks. Step up to receive all the goodies that life has to offer you. You have to want it. So this is associated with the sacral chakra, sacral chakra, Svadhisthana, and it is located. Yeah, that's your hips, your pelvis, where your sex organs are at, where life begins. That's your pleasure zone. That is one physical area in the human body that gets so disjointed because there's such a stigma in the world about sex and pleasure. So take time. This is the center of your sexual energy, and it helps you to connect with people around you and to express your creativity. So, yeah. So if that is out of balance, then find ways to find balance in there. Maybe have somebody do a little Reiki on you. Balance that out a little bit. That could be a little out of balance. If you're being asked to be humble, in the sacral chakra, it could be a little overly activated. And that could be because there could be some health issues happening. So just take a look at that. And we'll pull out your Moon Witch card for our dear Aquarian friends. And we'll see what this holds for you. And these cards say to you, curiosity. This came out yesterday. What sparks your interest? So get curious. So in the process, again, everyone's being called to slow down a little bit, right? Like, get really curious as to what it is that truly means something to you. Right? If you don't, again, it said, don't buy anything just to impress someone else. Do things that impress you. Because you're the one that you need to impress in this world, right? You're with yourself 24/7. So yeah, buy things or do things or have experiences that feed into your soul, that really impress you. Get curious, Two of Cups. Get curious about what it is that fills you up and not what others expect you to do. And that will probably help you. Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. I love this for you guys. Right away, Two of Cups is about duality and choices and merging your intuition and your heart center together. It's about letting others in, trusting. And I will show you this. This is two hands intertwined and the energy flowing into the two bowls. We have Eight of Pentacles, Judgment. So you're giving yourself freedom here. Freedom from what? So, again, maybe you're doing things because others have an expectation. But it's not what you want to do or to how you want to look or the job you want or the home you want. So we have one card face down, 3 cards face up so far. So let's see what else is here for Aquarius. 2 cards face down. So Judgment. This is a major arcana. This is card number 20. This is the last card before completion, which is the World card. So once you've you've set yourself free, and you allow yourself to be truly who you are. I'm sorry, I have a sneeze. Sorry. Then the World card comes up, and you've completed everything. And so here's the thing. The major arcana is the Fool's journey, right? This is all the big lessons in life. You start off with the Fool, and then you go through all the lessons, and then you come up to the World card. And really, it's about knowing the whole journey in life, in a nutshell, is about finding out, discovering who you are, and living that authentic self. In a nutshell. Okay, that's it. Nothing else is coming out. What do you have on the root? Ace of Pentacles. New beginnings being presented, but it's already started. 3 of Wands. Oh, and here we go. Knight of Cups. So, let's see what we have here. 2 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. So, and Cups and Pentacles, water and earth, they are the balancing of each other on the zodiacal wheel, right? Water balances earth, air balances fire. So there's balancing coming here. There is, again, alchemizing is coming up a lot today. Sharing your energy and filling up each other's cups, or allowing someone else to fill up your cup and you're filling theirs. So this is an equal exchange. Magic. I love this 8 of Pentacles in this deck, because she's taking a moment and she's sitting back. She's this is almost like a dream. Like what she's manifesting here in her higher self. And then she's set the altar up with the things that she needs to create and manifest what she wants. And what she's looking for is freeing herself from whatever's holding her back, whether other people's expectations, from what she hasn't allowed herself to do. I love these. 2 cards face down. 2 of Wands and the Devil. Right? We're attached. Where are we tethered to? What is keeping us from this freedom? So we're in the dream phase here. The 2 of Wands. We're not taking any steps yet. But it's funny because we have the 3 of Wands here. We're not taking steps yet. But we, in our newfound sense of freedom, as we are seeking curiosity, we're gazing out, like, what does this world hold for me? Like, what can I do? And the thing is, you can do anything. Aquarius, you can do absolutely anything you want. Leaning into that. So although the Devil is unhealthy attachments, this could be like, what mystery are you being called to experience? Right? The Devil's not always a bad card. In this case, I kind of feel like since you found some freedom, that you're allowing yourself to rise above, and you're dreaming of where can you go in the world. You may be called to do something really exotic or mysterious, to a new mysterious place, to go and explore, because Ace of Pentacles, opportunities are going to be literally coming to you. And this is something that somebody's been working on behind the scenes, because this Ace, there are roots. So it's already happening underneath the surface or in the ethereal world. And now it's finally, once you allow yourself freedom and to dream of a new possibility, maybe allow yourself to dive into some unknown place, then it's going to present itself to you, Aquarius. And this 2 of Wands becomes 3 of Wands. And instead of just sitting down dreaming out the window. You're actually now starting to take steps. You are upright. You have at least something with you and an idea of where you want to go, and you have your wands lit up. That fire, that passion is burning, and you're starting to take your first steps. You're starting to, again, loving yourself. I don't think this is a romantic love, although for some of you it may be. But you're loving yourself. You're going, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I've held myself back. Let me get curious about me and who I am. And everyone is going on this self-discovery journey this year. And this all of 2025 is about that. It's not about all the things that are going on in the world politically and everything else. This is about what is right for you and what is not. And whatever is not, it stays there. And whatever it is, right, we're preparing for that. We are energized to move forward. We're loving ourselves enough to take the journey into the unknown. And I say this in my classes all the time. Let's go to the journey of the unknown. That's what I call my classes. And when you step up, the world opens up for you. And all it is not pleasing everybody else. Learning to please yourself, Aquarius. Yeah. So let's pull your angel oracle card, and we'll see how this rounds out for you. But love this, but I say that all the time because I love all the readings, right? It's information and it's growth and it's potential. And you can choose not to participate, right? You can make the choice. I'm not going to do that. Here we go. 2 cards came out, so we'll give them to you. Food, nourishment, relationships, health. You're nourishing yourself, right? You're breaking free. You're alchemizing, you're creating, you're allowing yourself to open up to new experiences. And you also have reaching for your dreams. Go for it. These are perfect cards. So we go with food. We have, oh my goodness, the beautiful loaf of bread and grapes and strawberries, blueberries, Swiss cheese, pineapple, pomegranate. It looks like beets in the background, avocado. Delicious food. So maybe do some food shopping. Maybe grab some of these on your list. So let me see. Let me find food in here. Okay, so fuel your body, mind, and emotions with healthy sustenance and situations. This card invites you to take a look at the state of your surroundings and relationships. Who is feeding you? Are you being fed honesty? And this kind of goes back to Libra, where there was a feeling, at least on my end, that someone was not being forthright or completely honest. Perhaps you are not able to digest the habits you feed yourself. Take time to look at your career to see if it is fulfilling you. Evaluate your workplace and home. Unhealthy people and environments can cause your body to respond physically. It is time to nourish yourself with beneficial choices. Food also indicates a need to reevaluate your overall health. Think about how you can better nourish yourself through your eating habits and lifestyle. Archangels are Raphael and Raguel. So evaluate your diet. Choose foods that are purple, orange, red, and green. Your relationships are in need of nurturing. Check in on your physical, mental, and emotional health. This is what this is all about, though, right? Again, this whole journey in this world, as you're in your human form, is to find out who you are and then release yourself to be that. Easier said than done, right? And the next card, reaching for your dreams, go for it. I mean, these cards came right out together, so this is really amazing for you guys, for our Aquarius friends. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. Reaching for your dreams, go for it. Here's the card. The answer is yes. Go for it. Dreams come in many forms, such as daydreams, hopes, and wishes. When you hold your goals and desires within your heart, they have time to incubate in this sacred space. Okay, and again, she is in her sacred space, right? Creating her dreams. You may feel doubts from time to time about whether or not your dreams will come to fruition. Trust that you were given the seeds of your desires from the great universe for a purpose. Your dreams would not have been placed in your mind and heart if you weren't supposed to accomplish and live them. The universe is supporting you. All is in perfect alignment as your dreams are ready to be made manifest. And again, she is manifesting here. I said that when I pulled this card. She is manifesting that here. Give thanks for the blessings in your life. You may want to keep a gratitude journal, perform small ceremonies. I love it. Or just smile. Remember your connection to all that is. My air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, this is your reading. Now, although each one was separated because they are all the same elements, one thing feeds into the next, one element feeds into the next, because you're all air elements. So take something from each one of you because it pertains to all of you. And that is your reading for the month of May. I hope you have found some inspiration, some wisdom, some curiosities, some questions, some dreams, some alchemy, some self-love, some manifestation, some freedom, and you're allowing new experiences to be handed to you. Okay, my lovely air signs, that is all I have for you. Until the next reading, sending you so much light and love from my soul to yours, and I'll see you soon.